Hey, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, wherever you
Hello.
are. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, real quick, I want to spend about 4 or 5 minutes on this, Tim. Thank you for
Yep.
jumping in. I know you're super busy, but it's something that has come up time and time again, and it's time for us to address it, right? Um,
Yep.
Tim, tell the story. Tell our story. Like, well, I met you 3 or 4 years ago, or worked with you 3 or 4 years ago at a company
Yeah.
I was running, and you helped me connect that MRO supply chain to the procurement and purchasing side. Tell
Yeah.
tell the story like you told me of what a world class procurement and purchasing organization does in SAP.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, first, we need to highlight the great work that you did up to that point. It was you had taken this company from damn near no planning to turning on MRP, inventory management, cycle counting,
Keep talking.
optimization,
Keep talking.
lead time.
Keep. That's right. My hat. Hold on. Let me
Uh,
adjust my hat. Let me get it bigger. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. It's better.
Yeah. Yeah. And
No. Yeah.
then I remember telling you, okay, so all right, what's your purchasing automation? And you looked at me like, no, no, we don't automate. I'm like,
What do you mean
okay,
automation?
but you're doing all this. This is like, man, you guys are like rock stars over here. But how do you buy? And then I said, then you introduced me to one of your buyers, and she showed me. I won't name her, but she showed me your process, and I about fell off my chair. I couldn't
Yeah.
believe it. She was cut and pasting the requisition from one transaction and posting it and pasting it into create PO. I mean, it was like it was two different worlds apart. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what, why aren't you just using this one transaction,
Well, and
MB57 at the time?
well, but we weren't auto sourcing. We weren't using agreements, right? We weren't doing any of
Yeah,
that because we didn't know. Like,
you
and
didn't know.
before
Yep.
before you tell the story, like I see it a lot. We
Yeah.
spend so much time because guess what? These ERPs, these SAP implementations, right? They
Yep.
are maintenance focused, right? We're focused on keeping
Yeah.
production
Yeah.
up, downtime to a minimum, and our people and environment safe. And we do that on the maintenance side. So typically we walk in and there people have maintenance plans. They have bills of materials. They have good task lists. Now we can usually do some help, help
Oh,
with some stuff.
there's always more. Yeah.
But we've spent all the focus on getting our work orders going, right? Making sure that we're planning and scheduling for our
Yep.
guys and we're optimizing. But it seems like purchasing and procurement is the great afterthought. And quite
Oh,
quite frankly, it is the biggest pain point, and it's where the maintenance guys
yep.
lose faith in the system. They say,
Yeah. Yeah.
"Man, like I used to be able
Well,
to pick the phone."
this is a
Yeah,
good point. They lose
yeah,
control.
that's right.
This is what they lose because they're controlled. I want to do this, and this is what drives free text is they want to control. If I free text
Mm.
it, I control who I get it from, how much it costs, everything,
And
and there's
I
a bit
get
of
what I
control,
order. I get what I
and I
order,
get what I
right? Like
order.
because
Yep.
I can put it in there and I make sure that when I type it this way, this vendor, because I've already called them and I got the quote. Like I
Yes.
even put the quote in the line, like, "Hey, see this quote,"
Yep.
that kind of deal. So let talk about what you did for us and what you showed us and why I became, basically a convert to the Church of Tim or the Church of
Yeah. Yeah.
Lexin. Tell us like that thought process around, why you put things on an agreement, how
Yep.
you connect that agreement to MRP, and how you go from no automation to automating really the majority of your
Oh,
stuff. Yeah,
you
tell us
could be.
about it.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, because you had done all the work on the work. So the demand signal, the
Mm-hmm.
maintenance. We were doing enormous amounts of work on your master data, your materials, and your inventory, which was giving us, we're bearing a huge amount of fruit. Then we said the last thing left was the supply of the goods to the business. And so when we started looking at it, we're like, hurry up, wait. And we're like, whoa, 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 whoa. You guys aren't even using, 5% of SAP's procurement side. And it was all straightforward and simple. So once they showed me what we were doing, I introduced you to ME57 and how it groups it because we said, you guys are already got info records. And this was one probably leap that you guys had over others is you were creating info records, but weren't using them.
Right.
They were almost pointless. So I said, hey, let's use the source list, connect those info records, go to quotes, and then get materials on a contract or an outline agreement, even if it
Yep.
was like we call, remember, an FPA, just a fixed price agreement. It doesn't have to
Yep.
be full blown procurement negotiated. It's just basically a longer term quote. So we can say, give me 90 days, this price, this lead time, this part. Start putting those on a contract, link them to the source list. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. We're automating. And
Yep.
I think your procurement team, for one, they were amazed, and two, they were scared because they thought their jobs were going to go. We said, "You got plenty of work. Don't worry. We're
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
gonna realign what you
That's right.
do from just doing this transactional on the squirrel wheel to, hey, ask for a discount and get 5%. Okay, if you ask for 10, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get 10. If not, you at least get five. And so you just
Mhm.
added value to your company, and SAP's doing its thing and start automating. And that was just like
Yeah.
fun.
And I tell people all the time, it's right in front of you.
Yep.
Just just get an approach put in place. Start thinking about planning. Right. So by the time we got done, every October, I was pulling up everything that was on a maintenance plan, right? Using
Yeah.
an IP24 or one of those S underscore ALR with a lot of numbers, right? You could pull that up and say, okay, tell me where I'm going to do, like what categories I know I'm going to spend money on,
Yep.
um, and let's get that on an
Pipes,
agreement.
valves, and fittings.
That's it, right? Filters, PVF, lubes and chems and stuff like that. These are, 60% of our stuff, we know what we're going to buy before we need it.
Yep.
So those go on an agreement. You update the source list, make sure it's MRP relevant, and every time you need it, it references that contract and
Bam.
it goes to the vendor. Boom. And then as soon as MRP runs, it's sourced. And because we knew it was on an agreement, we let ME59 in come in behind it, auto PO it, pick it up out the door.
Another PO. Bam.
And what's so cool is when you do that, MRP now tells you where you're out, like the MRP exceptions tell you where you're out of
Yeah.
line with supply and demand. So if you have something on a contract with a lead time that is outside of the demand window, MRP will tell you, hey, you need to call this vendor and
Straight
expedite
away.
this. So,
Yep. Expedite or move the
yeah,
work.
it's like going from I don't know. I don't even know the analogy. Like it's like tasting ice cream for the first time in your life, or like walking out and from a dark cave, and looking at the sun, going, "Oh, what? That's so bright. I don't know how to handle
I
this."
know. I put it. It's like going from a bicycle to a car. It really is. It's like, oh my God, this was
That
hard
is,
work. It got me there, but it was hard work. But now, holy cow, I get there so much quicker
yeah. So,
and more
uh,
comfortably.
yeah, I love it. And dude, again, thanks again for teaching me that. And now I get to spread that to a lot of
Yeah, we need
people.
to keep spreading that. That's really easy to do, and people we can, within days, really, it's not that
Yeah,
hard to do.
it's
Really
not.
quick. I mean, you can SAP is the easy part. It's just training the business how to get their head around what's happening and why, but SAP is easy. It's all standard, and a lot of systems do this. This isn't just SAP. It's very standard. Just use it. It's a 10-to-1 cost reduction. A
Yeah,
manual PO is roughly $10, or sorry, $100 if you don't ever touch it again. And an
right.
automatic PO is probably about $10 cost. So it's worth it from a cost perspective. Save a lot of
Yes.
time and money.
So, guys, if you're curious about this, want to talk to us about it, holler. Like we typically, this is the type of stuff we do on the fly with people. Like,
If you're not in the South, holler means reach out to us.
yeah, please inquire with him. So, hey, appreciate you, Tim. Have a great
All right,
day,
buddy.
afternoon, whatever you're doing over there in Aussie land. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
See you guys. Take care. See you on the
See you,
next one.
buddy.
All right, see you.